Well, hello everybody. It's just me again, Heather. I'm not sure if um, you captured it or not from earlier, but I was kind of MIA for a little bit. Not just from family, personal issues, but because that can kind of grate on you, especially if you have epilepsy and a lot of illnesses as well. Stress is just a huge factor that you have to make sure that you don't let get in the way. And so when you can start to feel that stress interfering with your illness of any type, that you make sure that you get a re-grip on everything. So, beside the point, what happened with me, it's happened several times since at least a couple times back in 04, 05, but big time since I would say 06 is when it began hitting. Then, not long after, actually about a year after that, I got diagnosed with restless leg syndrome, which is absolutely zero fun if anybody knows about it. It's when you have absolutely no control of your legs in your sleep, and they have to move. It is the weirdest thing. So you don't sleep. And then on top of restless leg, and you have epilepsy, if you don't get sleep, you're going to seize. So this is kind of like a lose-lose situation. So it's just another medication I have to take. So beside that point, what happened is that I've had moments in time where my legs actually have gone sporadic, and they themselves have basically seized. And I've had nurses just stare at them like, what is she doing, and can't you calm her down? That's how bad they get, because people, if nurses haven't really seen it, that it's kind of scary. But beside the point, being on restless leg syndrome medication at least has helped. Then on top of everything, with the medications that I take for epilepsy, which is a large number because my seizures aren't controlled, um, and then in addition to just, it's something that kind of runs in the family on one side, is that certain medications aren't absorbed right, and B12 is a huge one, and can interfere with a lot of health. You can be very lethargic, very tired, don't want to get up. And so if you have medication that does it already, but then you have a lack of B12 basically missing it, you're not going to be getting off the couch. But then others hit in, it feels like I'm just getting old or something. Others hit in, which was iron. I have a big time iron deficiency. I know I'm a very picky eater, and then on top of medications and then getting older, I'm 32. I always crack jokes saying I'm going on 132, but with lack of iron, it's just like it's another kicker. Your body gets very weak. You're just unable to hardly lift this arm. So that was a huge one as well. And it doesn't help seizure patients with their seizures as well. But it's really sad. So I have to go in and actually, get infused with it. I'm very gracious and I'm very thankful to Jesus when I look around, because here I am with all these cancer patients getting chemo. And, mine's just little old iron. It may feel atrocious at times, how it attacks my body, but, you can sit there and you can be thankful that, fortunately it's iron and it isn't cancer. My next one is vitamin D, and vitamin D, when it's missing in action, was just atrocious, and that happened this past January. And we tested me, because the same thing that just happened over this weekend happened in January, and I was unable to walk, from this room to that little doorstep, and without holding tight, and at this, rate of a snail, and I couldn't even move this arm, and fortunately today I am. I'm taking iron left and right, and I know I'm going to have to go be infused again, and, I've been making sure I've got my B12 in me, and, definitely the vitamin D is a huge one that they prescribed for me at a large dose, because they tested me for everything. Now the problem with that is that I've had brain surgery, and so when they're looking for lesions, God only knows what's been taken out. Fortunately with that MEG test that I will have before the third brain surgery, maybe they'll find something that more than meets the eye, that could be perhaps a small piece of, lesion or something that would make more sense as to why all this occurs. But otherwise, I've just got one just wretched body that, number one, I'm a picky eater, but number two, I just do not absorb. And like I've said before, I see every type of specialist you can name, from hematology, neurology, 3 of them, to GI doctors, or everything for absorptions and stuff, and everything just seems like it should be okay, but for some reason it just still is not. So you have to always point and try to blame epilepsy medications. God knows I'm on so many, so that's where I sit and I pray big for this surgery to come soon, and that they take out the right parts, and that at least only go down to one medication for my seizures, because it's just eating me alive. I'm not 32. I always crack jokes saying I'm 132 at times, and truly it feels that way. This was just a very hard time weekend for me. So, but I do want to turn it to a very good day, because today is my one and only, my beloved other half's birthday. He's 41. Yeah, I think he's always going to be 29. And that's Christian Stevens. On Twitter, he's at Flying Christian, the word flying and the name Christian together. And he's just an adorable soul who just loves Jesus most, loves me secondly, just entirely the most, and of course our daughter. Has such a heart for the world, and just a brain that's brilliant, and just you ran into him, he'd hug you. He just really is an amazing soul. So anyone out there that is in Twitter land that knows me, then you would know my husband. I'm Alive in Me. That's my normal Twitter. And then Epilepsy Cures is for epilepsy and then any illness, because God knows it feels like I have a billion, and then I can also understand a ton others. So just come my way, and then also you can meet up with my husband and say happy birthday too, and that is at Flying Christian, and that's today. He's 41. And anyway, and yesterday it's funny, as it was our pastor's birthday too, and they keep saying he's 39, and that's far from it, but beside the point. It was just kind of funny how close they are. So blessings to you all. I'm up, I'm alive, I'm back. It was a very, very atrocious, tough weekend. It's not all gone yet. I definitely am a lot better, though. I can walk from here to there without clinging tightly to the side. So we'll see and what goes from there. But I wanted to just let you know I am alive in me, alive in Jesus, and thank you for all your prayers and understandings that I haven't been on top of this world and, back at you right away. But come visit me at Epilepsy Cures on Twitter, or on Facebook. My normal Facebook is just, www.facebook.com /Hetty for Christ, and www.causes.com/epilepsycures. And then I also have a Ning site where you can post your own posting, your own illness, your own issues for your own city, state, start your own cause for Ning, and we can discuss everything. And that's at www.epilepsycures.ning.com. And I would just love to see you there. And God bless each and every one of you, and it's great to see you all again. Sorry, I've been kind of MIA, but love you all, and God bless.